third and fourth place playoff in the promotional final, Division B. England against the Czech Republic, both of them just narrowly missing out on the opportunity to play in the promotional final. These are the four matches that we have left for you. Just been watching. Will they be able to lift themselves one final time here and secure a success? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Time now for the national anthems, and the first national anthem you'll hear is that of England. The England national anthem to be followed by the national anthem of the Czech Republic. The third and fourth place playoff in the promotional final, Division B. England against the Czech Republic, both of them just narrowly missing out on the opportunity to play in the promotional final. These are the four matches that we have left for you. Just been watching. Will they be able to lift themselves one final time here and secure a success? Well, we'll find out soon enough. Time now for the national anthems, and the first national anthem you'll hear is that of England. Republic, and time now for the handshakes between the two teams and the match officials, and very shortly we'll be underway. This is match 5 of the day, 8 in total, so another 3 to come after this one. As I mentioned, these two teams, they've come up against each other quite often in the recent past. Last year they played in the 5th and 6th place playoff in the promotional final, and the Czech Republic won that 6-4. Let's have a look at the lineups, and there's confirmation of the fact that England really are down to bare bones. Just 8 players in total. Mitch Day is absent injured with a groin problem. Aaron Clark is suspended, having been sent off for 2 yellow cards yesterday. And Mark Mitchell is absent through injury. He only brought 11, including Mitchell, in the first place. Here's the Czech Republic lineup. Players they've left out: Jakub Tisovsky and Peter Vondracek from their 12-man squad. Martin Chalupa, the long-serving Czech player, captaining the side, 34 years young. Made his debut way back in 2007. And captaining England today, Scott Lawson. In the absence of Clark, in the absence of Day. Confirmation of our match officials for this encounter, 4 of them as ever in beach soccer, from Estonia, Lithuania, the Netherlands and Switzerland. 1 on either side of the pitch, 1 looking after the rolling substitutions and 1 looking after the timekeeping. I mentioned the last time these two sides met, the Czechs won 6-4 in the 5th and 6th place playoff last year in the promotion final in Torredembarra. That was the second time the sides had come up against each other in 2014. They also met in the regular season stage 4 in CZECH in Hungary. The Czechs winning that one 7-3. They met twice as well in 2013, once in the regular season and once in the promotional final. England winning in the regular season on penalties 4-3 after it finished 2-2 after extra time. The Czechs get us underway, playing from left to right on your screens in the red strip, but Czechs got their revenge for that reverse in Torredembarra in the promotional final of 2013 when they won 4-3. So there'll be familiarity between these two teams. Can the knowledge that that familiarity brings also bring with it an understanding of how the opposition play, and therefore a chance to overcome the opposition. Chalupa's gone down under challenge from Jack Morris, and Terry Bowes in the mix as well. Bowes not too impressed with that free kick going against his side. He was clearly very frustrated at the turn of events yesterday. He scored the winning goal actually for England from the penalty spot in extra time against Norway, but sending off of Aaron Clark clearly hindered England's attempts to win in normal time, which is what they were looking to do to give themselves a chance of qualifying for the promotional final. The final of the promotional final, I should say, as Webb goes long, finds Temple. Bowes. England had won and got 3 points yesterday by winning in normal time, and then Hungary had won, and they came mighty close to doing so, losing 7-6 to Estonia last night. Then it would have been England in the final, hence Bowes' frustration. Temple having a shot which was blocked by Peter Mandic. Mandic just his second start today. Didn't play against Turkey or Azerbaijan. Temple getting the shot in and scoring. James Temple, what a hit from distance. England take the lead. Temple's third goal of this long weekend in Pärnu. Scored against Estonia. He scored yesterday against Norway, and have a look at this, cutting inside and drilling that shot into the corner. Getting it past Patrick Molina, who's starting in his second consecutive game. So 1-0 England. Excellent start for them. Bowes back to his keeper, Sam Webb, starting his second match of the tournament. Started yesterday against Norway as well. But Taylor Hum, who's on the bench, a teenage goalkeeper, 19 years of age, started against Hungary and Estonia. Webb missed CZECH a couple of weeks ago, the regular season stage. Michael Jeffrey taking his place on that occasion, but Webb very much, you would regard him, I guess, as the long-established number one for England. Excellent shot stopper. Sometimes you feel his distribution is not quite all it could be. And that is a key for goalkeepers. It's all about setting goals up, creating chances, creating attacks. The very best goalkeepers at the top of Division A are the ones who can really drop the ball on a sixpence. Looking for Evans there was Webb. That was pretty good distribution, but Evans couldn't get on the end of it. I don't know whether you can pick up there. Evans has got both hamstrings very heavily taped. England, as I mentioned at the outset of the match, very much down to bare bones. Three more matches to come. after this. The next of them is the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Lawson does well there. It's Russia against Spain. That's a mouth-watering prospect. And after that, it's the final of the promotional final of Division B. Romania against Estonia. I can promise you that the venue will be rocking for that. It's pretty full already now, and we're still a couple of hours away from that game. And then the final match of the tournament, Ukraine up against the world champions Portugal, to decide who are going to be the European champions for 2015. Are we going to get a new name on this long-established list of winners? 1998 was the very first Euro Beach Soccer League title. Webb, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. He did well there, actually. So, Sam Webb. So we have 7 countries that have won this title in total. Ukraine aren't one of them, though. Portugal are. They've won the title 4 times, as have Russia. Spain have won it most of all. They've won it 5 times. Italy, France, Switzerland and Germany all won apiece. And it's a free kick to England, which Evans will have for that challenge. Just inside the Czech Republic half, so what that means is players have to be behind the ball, all apart from Patrick Molina. So about 17 metres from goal, dragged across the face of goal. You can tweet us, incidentally. Hashtag EBSL Panu. Give us a shout. Let us know where you're watching. Let us know what you think of the action. Hashtag EBSL Panu. Always good to hear from you. Number of viewers we've had on live stream and using beachsoccer.com has been absolutely exceptional for this tournament. Rocketing through towards 150,000 viewers, which is exceptional. That's Priestley Farquharson, who didn't feature in the squad in Schiaffok a couple of weeks ago. Just 18 years of age. Real promise for him. But conceding the free kick on that occasion. Chalupa bunts it forward, exchanges passes with Peter Mandic. Temple looking to burst forward, tackles Chalupa. Scuffed effort forward from Thomas Hurab. Nicely taken on the chest by Evans. Matty Evans, who was part of the squad in the World Cup qualifier in Jesolo in northern Italy last September, wasn't able to attend because of work commitments, and he was a big loss for the team. And second time that Molina picked up a back pass. That's what the referee says. So that's going to be a free kick to England on the halfway line. Molina just losing his concentration a little bit there, it would appear. Lawson has a well-deserved sit down, and England have a free kick on the halfway line. And James Temple will take it. We've seen already what a danger Temple is from distance. The scorer of England's goal so far. James Temple, 31 years of age. Made his debut for England way back in 2007 against Brazil in Durban. 5 goals in last season's Euro Beach Soccer League. 3 goals now, with the one that he scored today in this term's effort. That's a comfortable height for Molina. He paws the ball away before the clearance is completed by Philip Vinel. Temple in a collision with Jiri Baran, and the free kick's actually gone the Czech Republic's way. I have to say, that looked to me as though it was just a 50-50 ball and two players just happened to collide. Let's have another look here. This angle will tell us more. Well, they just collided with each other, really, haven't they? But the referee obviously determining that it was a case of Temple more sinning than sinned against. So Baran has the free kick. Young man in his debut season, 19 years of age, and you'll quickly forget that effort. It's a little bit of a rejuvenation of the Czech squad going on. No Martin Bocek here, for example, a man who for many years was the heart and soul and goal-scoring heartbeat of this team. Baran. Youngsters coming through. Not only Baran, but also the likes of Adam Hacek. And Molina himself in goal. Just 23. It's good to see. Michael Salak, the overhead from him. He was suspended yesterday against Romania. He'd been sent off against Azerbaijan, getting a hat-trick against the Azerbaijan side as well. A goal against Turkey too, so he was a big miss yesterday. It's a corner to the Czech Republic, and Philip Vinel will take it. Driven across, that's hit the knees of Sam Webb, who was strong at his near post. So another corner to the Czechs. And unfortunately, from their perspective, they just took too long to get that ball back into play. Once the ball's put down, you've got 4 seconds to do exactly that. And if you don't, well, I'm afraid possession turns over. Temple on the rampage. Jakub Misar trying to get the tackle in. On that far side, Michael Salak. Oh, it's bounced awkwardly and almost over Baran. Thanks very much for Brainwashed sending us a tweet. Lovely to hear from you. You're enjoying the coverage. Has been brilliant viewing, as you've said. So many goals. We've now had 249 of them. So the next one, a little bit of a milestone. Keep your tweets coming in. Hashtag EBSL Parnu. Give us a shout and we'll give you a shout. Glad you're enjoying the coverage. A little bit of argy-bargy in the penalty area. In the end, the free kick's gone England's way for a challenge on Matty Evans. Thomas Hurab is the man who's gone down. Evans pretty furious at the way that Hurab conducted himself there. And the referee says cut it out to the Czech Republic number 17. Beach.sc's tweeted in as well. Lovely to hear from you guys, regular tweeters. And you're enjoying the fact that Portugal are once again in the mix, as they have been throughout most of this European summer. Of course, they claimed the bronze medal in the European Games, the inaugural European Games in Baku. That's very sporting indeed from Thomas Hurab. He didn't think it should have been a corner for the Czechs, so he just kicked the ball out and gave it back to England. How nice is that? Coming back to what we were saying about Portugal, of course, they're the world champions, regaining their crown, the crown they won, first of all, in 2001. David Radosta, the big man up front. Good to see him in that position. We've seen him lurking at the back in a holding role for most of this European season. But he's such a dangerous player when he's up forward, as Chalupa has a volley which is blocked by Bowes. Lifted forward by Mandic, easily cut out by Farquharson. Bowes been playing beach soccer in Switzerland this summer. This has Aaron Clark, and Mitch Day is a regular on the Swiss scene. The Swiss scene, one of the strongest leagues in Europe. And that was awkward for Webb, because he didn't have a sight of that ball until it came through the legs of David Radosta. Thankfully there was no pace on it. Lawson had to nick it away very quickly from Philip Vinal, and he couldn't find Priestley Farquharson. Bowes and Radosta battling. Evans finds Lawson. The ricochet comes to Evans again, who gets the shot in. Doesn't catch it as he wanted. Radosta. That ricochets off Bowes for a corner. So we're in the last minute of this first period. And the volley, scissor kick from Michael Salak out of the stadium. Well, after the last match, 25 goals, this one's yielded just one so far. But that one goal significant in that it's the 50th goal of the day. 60 goals on day one, 68 on day two, 71 on day three. And you would say we look on course to beat that mark. With 3 matches still to come. Oh, good flick header. It's in. Yes. It's an awkward bounce for Webb. Salak's on the mark again. Number 5 for him in Panu. And 6 for him in this Euro Beach Soccer League season. Just the merest of flicks. And Webb thought he had it covered, but it bounced awkwardly in front of him. We'll see it here. Molina with the distribution. The flick from Salak. And Webb diving one way, and the ball, having hit the sand, went the other. So just what the doctor ordered as far as the Czechs are concerned. Right on the stroke of the end of the first period, they've drawn level. 1-1. Barely be time for the restart. Lawson's effort is blocked by Vinal, and there indeed is the hooter. So the first 12 minutes done and dusted, and England will be bitterly disappointed that having held the lead for so long through the early strike through James Temple, they've been pegged back right at the death of that period through Michael Salak. 1-1. Let's have a look at some highlights. Early effort from Webb, which was beaten away by his opposite number. Here's the goal from Temple, receiving the ball from Bowes, snaking around a couple of defenders and getting a really impressive shot in. It beat Molina for pace and accuracy. Again, Webb threatening from distance. It was a shot from Temple which was reasonably comfortably saved by Molina. Collision between Barron and Temple, which yielded a free kick. Webb secure behind that one. Not the contact that Evans wanted on that one to try and find the top corner. Then here's the Czech equaliser in the last few seconds of the first period. Fortunate bounce as far as they're concerned, but they'll take it. 1-1. That angle showing that wicked bounce absolutely perfectly. So almost time for the second period. England and the Czech Republic in this battle for third place in Division B, locked at 1 apiece. England getting us underway, playing in their all-white strip from left to right. Radosta to Chalupa, misses his kick, but still finds Hurab. Temple for England and Salak for the Czech Republic, the goal scorers. That's over the top by quite some distance by Jack Morris, 23-year-old. One of the new breed of players coming into the England lineup over the last couple of years. Temple again. Oh, he's really becoming a nuisance for this Czech defence. Big physical presence, James Temple, 1m88, 91 kilos, and making that presence felt. You can see England have made a change in goal. Taylor Hum has come in place of Sam Webb for the second period. Hum, who started against Hungary and Estonia, coming into the England squad for last year's World Cup qualifier in Jesolo in northern Italy in place of Gareth True. Just 19 years of age. Nicely taken on the chest by Morris. There's Thomas Hurab for company. Still gets the ball back to Lawson. That's good play from Morris. Temple again. His effort blocked. Chalupa. Bowes keeps that in play, but inflicts it away in the end. Evans battling away, gets the shot in the end, he does well. Good block though by Vinell. Releasing him. Bowes! Good save from Molina. Bowes ghosting in, well picked out by Evans too. Temple again, and again Molina's equal to the task. Temple really is proving it an enormous thorn in the Czech Republic side here. Having to take on extra responsibility today, of course, in the absence of players such as Mitch Day and Aaron Clark. I think they need to find their goals from somewhere. Mitch Day, for example, 11 goals in last season's Euro Beach Soccer League, England's top scorer. Aaron Clark this season had got 5 in the Euro Beach Soccer League. here in Pärnu. I actually called it as Temple's third goal of the Eurobeach Soccer League. He'll strike a little earlier. Just do a double take on that. It's actually his fifth. He got a couple of goals in Schiphol a couple of weeks ago, one against Azerbaijan, one against Moldova. Jakob Missa. And in the end, Salak didn't get the contact that he wanted. Temple. Lawson. Flick header from Matty Evans, but it's off target. Chalupa. Can't keep that in play. Lawson battling away with Radosta. Oh, that's spectacular from Evans. Just off target, but a very good effort indeed. Radosta trying to shoot on the turn. He didn't get a touch in the end, I don't think, and thankfully from an England point of view, it's bounced up over the crossbar. Lawson getting away from Radosta. That's nicely done. Improvised bit of defending from Mandic. Evans trying to lay the ball back to Farquharson, who actually ends up treading on the ball. Radosta with the flick. And then you find Farquharson. Evans lays the ball off to Temple. Timeout. Seems to be a little bit of a problem with the substitution by the looks of things. Terry Bowes has been booked. Substitution infringement as far as I can see there. And well, whether you think that's a booking offence or not, I guess the regulations are such that under the current rules, the yellow card's administered. It's actually his second yellow card by my reckoning. He was booked against Estonia as well. You see the Czechs have made a change in goal. Adam Hadček has come in place of Patrick Molina. Hadček made his debut back in 2014. Came into the squad in place of Peter Visek for the promotional final last year and the World Cup qualifier. Less than 5 minutes to go then in this second period. One apiece. Morris goes down, feeling he was challenged from behind unfairly. Officials didn't see it that way. Ooh, a hum, very nearly guilty of a bit of mishandling, which cost his side dearly. Morris trying to turn and get the shot in, not able to do so at the moment. Lays the ball back to Temple. Bowes. Temple. Hum, out of his area by quite some distance. Gets the shot in, but well off target. Oh, and it's a penalty. Evans has conceded a penalty for that challenge on Salak. Obviously the referee thought that Salak was setting himself for the overhead. Let's have a look at it again. Yes, he was setting himself for the overhead, and any contact at all by the defender in that situation brings the referee's whistle, and because it was inside the penalty area, it's a penalty. There's no ambiguity in terms of the rules these days. This particular aspect was clarified a year or two back. Any contact at all, if someone's in control of the ball and attempting an overhead kick, brings with it a foul. Foul in this case inside the area. So Salak has the penalty against Hum, and he scores it. The Czechs take the lead. They were 1-0 down, they're 2-1 up. Salak from the penalty spot. So that's 2 for him and 2 for the Czechs. High and into the roof of the net, and even though Taylor Hum guessed the right way, there was no way he was stopping that. So England need to battle back here. Can they do that? Problem with the restart. And I think the problem was that the ball went backwards. All teams have a whole series of routines in terms of the restart. Many variations that they adopt. Of course, if they use the same restart every time, the teams would get wise to them. So take 2 as far as England are concerned. You can see just the taping starting to come off the knees of, or the back of the legs of Matty Evans. Those hamstrings that he's got taped up. Here is Evans now, goes square to Lawson. Confronted by Barron. Both of these two sides facing another season in Division B in 2016. Lawson, the captain, gets that wrong. Russia against Spain next, the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Morris looks for Lawson. The ball bobbles over Lawson's foot. He manages to keep it in play. Terry Bowes sitting at the back. Morris once more. Reminder, next up, it's the 3rd and 4th place playoff in Division A. That's Spain against Russia. Russia, the defending champions, but they won't be, of course, by the end of the day. It'll It'll be Portugal or Ukraine who will be lifting the trophy. Just over the top from Evans. It's good work from Temple at the back post. And then poor distribution from CZECH, way over the head of Chalupa. Keep those tweets coming in, incidentally. Hashtag EBSL Panu. Hashtag EBSL Panu. Lovely to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching. Let us know what you think of the action. Who do you think is going to win the promotional final between hosts Estonia and Romania? Who's going to finish third in Division A? Is it going to be Spain or is it going to be Russia? And of course, who are going to be the European champions for 2015? Is it going to be the world champions Portugal, securing a double, or is it going to be Ukraine winning the title for the first time? Ukraine, of course, will be without Roman Pachev, who was sent off yesterday against Italy, so he's suspended. Be a big loss for them. Bose beaten by Radosta. Finds Mandic. He's tackled. 30 seconds to go in this second period. Radosta with his back to goal. Looking for Hurab, can't find him. Evans. Inside to Temple. Oh yes, what a great finish. James Temple, he's done it again. And again from distance, again with the right foot. And that was fantastic, it really was. The ball smashing in off the inside of the upright. They didn't seem the opportunity for the shot, really. He was being closed down by the Czechs. So it's a case of the bite a bit, really, as far as the Czech Republic are concerned. They scored a very late goal in the first period to draw level, and now England have done exactly the same. What a hit that was. Wham from Temple. Beautiful goal, and a beautiful sight for England, 2-2. Again, barely time to restart before the hooter goes. There it is. So this match very much in the balance, thanks to the efforts of Michael Salak and James Temple. Both of them have scored a brace. And in this third and fourth place playoff in Division B, it's England 2, the Czech Republic 2. Let's have a look at some highlights. That was Terry Bowes ghosting in. And a very good save from Patrick Molina. Close range. Athleticism from Evans. And that's the penalty that was given against Evans for that challenge on Salak. Once a player's in control of the ball and attempting an overhead, any contact from the defender brings with it the penalty. And there is that penalty, conclusively put away into the roof of the net. No stopping that one. No chance at all for Taylor Hum. 2-1 for the Czechs at that stage. Salak having scored in the last minute of the first period after Temple's opener in minute number 2 of that opening 12 minutes of action. Evans again, trying to latch on to the header across goal from Temple. James Temple drawing England level with an absolutely stupendous hit with his right foot. That really was lovely stuff from him. Unstoppable, really. And that's how we stand then, 2 apiece. Getting ready then for the third and final period. 2-2. Who's going to emerge victorious and who will end up in third place in Division B? Difficult to call at this stage. There's so little to choose between these two teams. That's good work from Morris, driving forward. He's dispossessed in the end, though. Hearing an announcement on the PA system that air horns and the like are being discouraged, and that's fair enough too, because of course an air horn is used to signal the end of each period here, or a stoppage by the fourth official. So if an air horn goes off, that can be very confusing. We actually had that towards the end of the last match between Switzerland and Italy. That certainly did confuse the players. Thankfully the match was in its last few seconds and the result was done and dusted. What a match that was. Italy winning 15-10. Oh, that ball bounced awkwardly, wickedly in fact. And Hadchek was a very relieved man. He was going one way, the ball went the other, and thankfully from his perspective it just bounced the wrong side of the post from an England point of view. Oh, Temple coming oh so close for a hat-trick. England meanwhile are convinced there was a hand there from the Czechs. Wasn't given. So on we go. Taylor Hum continuing in goal for England. Lawson going down. Rather Temple, I should say. So who's going to make the breakthrough here? Someone will have to. Always get a winner in beach soccer. We're still level at the end of the third and final period, of course. We go to 3 minutes of extra time. And if we're still level at that point, we go to penalties, 3 apiece. And still level at that point, it's sudden death. Hum on the volley. Spectacular save by Hadchek. Philip Vinal made his debut back in 2014, another one of the relative newcomers into this Czech squad as they look to just make that generational change. Oh, that was awkward for Hum. You really have to be careful there. That's scuttled through after pitching. Radosta, and that's good goalkeeping from Hum. Coming out and saving at the big number 12's feet. Thomas Hurab lofting the ball forward, looking for Michael Salak, can't find him. Evans has Bowes behind him, and Temple, who he finds. Ball distribution from Hum, can't find Bowes. Check ball. Bounced awkwardly behind Hurab again, poor distribution. Keep your tweets coming in. Hashtag EBSL Panu. Hashtag EBSL Panu. Next up, it's Russia against Spain. I'm really looking forward to that one. Spain really struggling with injuries. The overhead from Morris, that's caught Mandic in the face, but he's pressed on regardless. Morris across the sand. Lawson does well, takes it on the chest. Temple. Goes once more. Good goalkeeping. It's good from CZECH. And he must have just pushed it onto Temple's head. Temple can't believe it. But the ball has gone the Czech's way. This third period is going to be a very significant one as far as England's fitness is concerned. It's their fourth match in 4 days, and of course they only came here with 11 players in the first place, of which one of them was Mark Mitchell, unavailable through injury as it's turned out. So that's reduced them to 10. They're now reduced to 8 with the absence of Aaron Clark, who was sent off. Now, is that a penalty? No, it's gone the other way, in fact. Temple landing on Chalupa, and Temple is the man who's been penalised. England were convinced it should have been a penalty for that challenge by Chalupa. Just coming back to what I was saying, England missing Aaron Clark, they're missing Rich Day. Clark sent off yesterday against Norway. Day injured his groin in the opening match against Hungary, limped through a small part of yesterday's match against Norway in an attempt to get the side through to the final, but it was a vain attempt in the end. I thought that might have flicked off Terry Bowes' hand. There's no appeal from the Czechs though. And on we go. So England just with 6 outfield players, so rotation very much an issue as far as they're concerned. And Webb back in goal for England, flying across his goal. Did he get a fingertip on that to push it onto the post? He might well have done. Lawson now coming forward. It's a powerful strike, but off target. It's David Jones, the England team manager. Chalupa back to Vino. So little to choose between these two teams at the moment. Who's going to crack first, I wonder? I just feel the next goal could actually be the winner. Of course, the next goal, whoever gets it, could have a very interesting effect on the match. If it's scored with sufficient time remaining. It's the side who concede it. No, they'll have to really press forward. Oh, good save, Webb. He's done really well there to save from Radosta. Radosta thought that might have been a penalty, but it was a good tackle in the end. And England get the ball away. But, they're indebted to Sam Webb for that excellent stop. Just getting his right hand up, saving from Radosta at close quarters. Radosta again proving a real handful. And a good save from Webb at his near post once more. This is the role that I think suits Radosta best. He's quite a skillful player for a big man. Very comfortable with the ball at his feet. And his physical presence really does make himself a terrible nuisance for defenders. Bowes is trying to mark him there. And that's just wide. The volley from Hurab. And England will be thankful that Bowes didn't get a touch on that. He was trying to get back to block. If he got any sort of touch, he might have put it into his own net. Two-two then. Just 3 minutes to go. Still no goals in this third and final period. Temple. It's a good bit of work. Good save with his legs by CZECH. Doster battling away with Temple, the two big men in opposition. They're a pretty big physical side, actually. as Bowes gets that block in. You look at the likes of not only Temple but also Morris, Farquharson, Evans. In the land of the giants, England. Two of their more diminutive players, of course, not in action today. Clark and Day. And Adam Hadcheck having the ball inside the penalty area for more than 4 seconds. So that's going to be a free kick to England with 2 minutes and 23 seconds remaining. Free kick on the halfway line. And it's going to be taken by Matty Evans. Evans, who scored a couple of goals in Schiafok, one from the penalty spot against Azerbaijan and the other one against Moldova. 5 goals in last season's Euro Beach Soccer League, but he hasn't scored here in Pärnu this weekend. Can he change the record as far as that's concerned? If he steps, oh dear. Not with finishing like that, I'm afraid. So are we heading for extra time? It certainly appears that way at the moment. In all fairness, there hasn't been an awful lot of goal threat from either side. From England perspective, I guess you can understand that with the likes of Clark and Day missing. Temple, who's got a couple of goals himself though. Finds Bowes. Forward to Evans. Temple with the tackle. But Vinal hooks the ball clear. Ball juggling from Bowes, and not very successful ball juggling. The ball's gone out of play. Easy for Temple. It's worth mentioning again what a fantastic crowd we've got here today, and indeed it's been the case throughout this tournament. Oh, Farquharson's done really well there. That was terrific the way he got the ball. Confronted though by Salak. Has to go back, and Evans drives that in just over the angle of post and crossbar. Oh, he hit that well. Evans again. 30 seconds remaining. Oh, it's off the post. Temple on the volley. Oh, that's off the post as well. Oh, you couldn't make it up. You really couldn't. England hitting the post twice within a matter of seconds. First Evans, then Temple, and that would have been the winner. Morris now, 10 seconds remaining. It's a corner to England. In fact, it's a throw-in. Towards the back post. Temple's there. And he's clattered into the back of Hurab. It's going to be a free kick to the Czech Republic. Literally, there's no time left at all. Just 2 seconds remaining. The big address announcer is saying we've got extra time coming up. Well, maybe we have, but as we watch some highlights of the action, but we'll need to cut out of that because we've still got 2 seconds on the clock, and so this is an opportunity for a winner. And a good save from Webb. The last shot from Thomas Hurab. So we have indeed got extra time now. So that is the end of the third and final period, a period which saw no goals at all. 2 goals for Salak, 2 for Temple, for the Czech Republic and England respectively. It's an immediate turnaround. Let's have a look at some highlights of the third period. That was a good save from Webb, from Radosta. Not one of Evans' best efforts, that. He came a whole lot closer just a little bit later on. Racing forward, slamming that against the post, and then the ball ricocheted to Temple. And exactly the same thing happened to him. And that was the shot of the very last second of the match. So, all ready for extra time. Are we going to get a winner in these 3 minutes, or are we going to go to penalties? England then will get us underway. Jack Morris's effort is charged down. Sam Webb in goal for England. Temple jinking one way then the other. Oh, and it's just over the head of Morris, and only just. Hadjic goes long, looking for Chalupa. He's put off by Lawson, who was convinced he should have got a free kick. He didn't. Temple. Morris trying to lay the ball back for Temple, but a bit of a breakdown in communication as to where the ball should go. Salak finds Chalupa in a dangerous position, but that opportunity is wasted. Reminder, 3 more matches to come. Spain against Russia in the 3rd and 4th place playoff. Then it's the final of Division B, the promotional final. Romania against Estonia to determine which of those two sides will play in Division A next season, 2016. And finally, the championship match, Ukraine up against Portugal, the world champions. Temple again cutting inside, trying to get the shot in. Barron puts him off. Radosta. Vinal, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. It's gone straight through the legs of David Radosta. Goodness me. He got his timing right there. It was just a simple tap-in. And that would have perhaps been the winner. As it is, just over a minute to go. Evans. Ticking away towards the back post. Radosta wins the header, gets there above Bowes. Bowes now moving forward on that far side. It's cut out though by Jakub Misar. Happy to take their time, the Czechs. Use as much time as they can, and then ideally strike with as little time as possible remaining. Salak with a shot. Webb saw it late. Less than 20 seconds to go. Webb with the shot. Webb, who scored an equaliser against the Czech Republic in the match in Valence in France in 2013 from distance. In the last but 1 minute of that game, took it to penalties, and England won on penalties, and we're going to penalties again now. So, two sides over the course of 39 minutes can't be separated. It's James Temple's strike early on that gave England the lead in just the 2nd minute. Michael Salak's equaliser in the last few seconds of the first period. Salak then scoring from a penalty after he was fouled by Matty Evans. And then Temple got an equaliser in the last few seconds of period number 2 with that tremendous right foot strike. 2-2, no goals at all in the 3rd period or in extra time. So penalties to come ahead of that match between Spain and Russia. It's been a good effort from England with just 6 outfield players. They've really had to battle there, because with that number of outfield players, they've basically had rotation at an absolute minimum. So, the two captains, Scott Lawson and Martin Chalupa, tossing the coin to decide who's going to get us underway in this penalty shootout. Remember, 3 kicks apiece. If we're still level at that point, then we go to sudden death. Penalty shootout a couple of years ago. These two sides contested in Valence in France in the Euro Beach Soccer League regular season stage 3. England's winning penalty came from Mitch Day. And before that, Aaron Clark. Now, neither of those two are on the sand because of injury and suspension respectively. Martin Chalupa's out there, and so's Taylor Hum, and they're getting ready to face off against each other with the first kick. And Taylor Hum is not happy with the placing of the ball. He thinks it should be more to one side. The referee disagrees. It's the referee who's the arbiter in this instance. So it's Chalupa against Hum. And Chalupa scores. Chalupa actually took the first penalty in that shootout a couple of years ago in Valence, and he scored then too. So it's a case of history repeating itself, isn't it? But you know what? England's first penalty in that shootout a couple of years ago was taken by Matty Evans. And he's taking that penalty again now. With a tape around the back of his legs, dangling down. He's up against Adam Hadchek, physically imposing figure in goal. But Evans is delighted. He's gone straight down the middle. Hadchek's dived to his right and been unable to effect the save. Trying to do so with his trailing leg, but no success for him. And it's Thomas Hurab now next into the firing line. Hurab actually missed in that shootout to allow Day to win it for England. But he doesn't miss now. So 2-1. Penalty takers retaining their nerve at this stage. And it's England captain Scott Lawson, who's the next man to attempt a penalty, 9 metres out. Sam Webb was in goal for that second penalty that the Czechs took, so England alternating their goalkeepers. Lawson scores. Again, Hadchek diving to his right. Penalty more or less down the centre. Hadchek doing his best to try a few tricks, but wasn't enough to put Lawson off. Next penalty is Salak. Score of 2 goals, including one of them a penalty at this same end during regular play. Hum back in goal for England. Oh, and Hum got a hand to it as he was diving, but it wasn't a strong enough hand. Well, Salak scores. He'll be a relieved man. For 1 second he must have had his heart in his mouth when he saw the goalkeeper reach up with his left hand, get the hand to the ball, but he couldn't keep it out. So Jack Morris now, and he has to score this. If he misses, England lose, the Czech Republic win. Up against Molina. Oh, it's off the underside of the bar. It didn't go in. So Morris has missed, and the Czech Republic have won. They finish in 3rd place in Division B, and England have to be content with 4th. Morris going for power, but he didn't keep it down. At the underside of the crossbar, it bounced down. The referee was right on the spot, decided it didn't cross the line. So the Czech Republic win 3-2. You can see quite clearly from that replay the ball hadn't crossed the line. So it's always an awkward way for a side to be defeated, but in beach soccer you always have a winner, you always have a loser. The winner in this case is the Czech Republic, the loser is England. The Czech Republic winning 3-2 on penalties after it finished 2-2 following extra time. Chalupa with the first spot kick. Evans responding. Kurab finding the back of the net as well, sending Sam Webb the wrong way. Lawson repeating the compliment. 2-2 at that stage. Salak only just is good enough, with Taylor Hum getting a hand to that one. That was 3-2, and then Morris slamming that one against the underside of the crossbar. Czech Republic win. Delight for them, disappointment for England. And very shortly, we'll be underway with the next match then.